AllBall TV.
They scared, but I'm not.
They don't like comentario.
Y suscribe.
It's still mind-boggling to me how it's Knicks for clicks. Where do these people come from thinking they have the right? All right, you on ESPN, bro. You better talk to us nice. Don't be calling us out thinking you the shit. Peter Rosenberg, who's famous for I don't even know what, but I see him on everything. WWF, ESPN, The Fan, everything. And you garbage. But he talked about our Knicks. And he referenced us, a specific subset of the Knicks fan base, because you're so intelligent. Just stupid ass glasses. Let's see what he had to say about the Nueva York Knicks AllBall.
Criticism around the league, and specifically in New York, is about the way he uses starters. He's not wrong about any of that. My problem is, it's the messenger. If this had come from someone else, I would say this is a huge issue. So we already knew this about Tom Thibodeau. What changed because Mikal Bridges said it? I mean, let's be real. Before Mikal Bridges traveled 15 feet and knocked down that game winner the other night, the conversation about Mikal Bridges has been what a disappointment he's been on this team. We were adding a fourth member of the Villanova squad. This was supposed to be the missing ingredient that took them to another level. He has not been that guy. Now, listen, did he point out the same thing that a lot of people outside the garden saying bing bong are pointing out? He did, but I don't think that changes anything for Tibbs within this organization.
But do you think it hurts them? Stephen A. Yeah, go. You're okay, Stephen A. You can talk.
You can stop it. You can stop it. You can stop it. Yeah, him yelling sometimes and being extra is ridiculous.
You get a headache.
Yeah. Tory B, you are 100% correct. Mikal Bridges has a right to speak up because he plays for the goddamn Knicks. What are you talking about? He's a starter no matter how we think he's been playing, whether you like how he's been playing or not. He's a vital part to the team. He's one of the guys that's a starter. So he has a right to feel how he feels. And Mikal Bridges is totally correct. I don't know what Peter Rosenberg is saying. Now I heard that little shot you heard, travel. I heard that little shot. But once again, I'm not guys like that. I don't even know how they attempt to talk about basketball, knowing they don't watch no games. But that's fine, and Danny. That's neither here nor there. But I don't know what he's talking about. Mikal Bridges has every right to speak on what's going on in the Knicks organization. He's 100% correct. Tom Thibodeau plays guys too many minutes every game. Think about the minutes guys is playing. You telling me I'm playing the same amount of minutes against Boston that I'm playing against Chicago? We going in overtime with Portland? Like, just think about how insane that is. Just think about you play 40-plus minutes against Washington. What? Remember, put these niggas in. This against Washington. It's against Charlotte. That's the problem. And I think that's why Mikal Bridges had to say something. Like, bro, you can't expect us to have championship aspirations, go deep into the playoffs, and we don't get no type of breaks. We are in overtime against Portland, against Chicago. Niggas playing 45 minutes. And we not even blowing them out in the overtime. It still got to go down to the wire. Peter Rosenberg, shut the hell up. You don't know what you're talking about. I'm mad that we even have to respond to you, but you're totally incorrect. Mikal Bridges has every right to say, hold up, Tibbs. I've been here long enough. Bruh, are we going to get a break? Imagine, I think it was a game. Put it like this, y'all. Imagine in Portland, we got to play all those minutes and go into overtime. And what if we had a doubleheader? Had to play Golden State the next night instead of 2-3 days rest. It's that part. Yes, Tory B, it's that part. Like, come on, man. People don't know what they're talking about. Tom Thibodeau has to go. He is not the correct coach for this team. He's not the correct anything for this team. I'm sorry. We need to go with a better mind, a younger mind, and we may have to go with somebody that has some cachet. A coach that has relationships with the players, a coach that has championship expectations. I don't think Tibbs has championship expectations. Just to be honest, we need better coaching. I think with better coaching, it's better game plans, it's better management with guys playing as far as their time. Tibbs has to go. Tibbs has to go. Um, but yeah, I don't know what the uproar is and why people is upset that it was Mikal Bridges. What's the difference if it was Cat, OG, or Brunson? What's the difference? This is another excuse for Knicks fans to come up with. No, Mikal Bridges was 100% correct, and I'm glad somebody said something, Fabian, because it seemed like we was going to go through a whole nother season with that flying right under the radar.
And nobody challenges Tibbs publicly.
Right.
Nobody. And they act like we're bugging. And now, where does he get off? Oh, the Bing Bong subset. We just a bunch of like hokey dokey fans. No, we're the ones that are watching the games. No, we have not stayed up for the West Coast games, except one of the trio. One of the trio did. Flea he stayed up for all 3 games, but we're on here on Knicks Rehab breaking the game down. You ain't even have the decency to go watch. Shout out to damn, I don't get their name wrong. I'm gonna look it up. Guys online every day, content creators doing the job that you're doing, Peter Rosenberg, for hip hop, supposedly, and ESPN and WFAN. There's no way you watching all them games and you're paying attention to hip hop all day long, bro. You're lying. You know the Stephen A. Smith, and what's worse is that you suck at it. You stink. You're just bringing up a point that makes no sense. Did the Knicks give you a check? Because that's who gets paid to say stuff like that. They're the ones that scared to say stuff. That's why we appreciate Clyde Frazier. Clyde Frazier be like, what is he doing, man? Like, he's the guy that tells the truth. That's why we love Clyde. That's why, because Mike Breen can't go all the way in. He got to be the commentator, do his thing. So all you guys that want to come on here, anybody that disagrees that Mikal Bridges, who we've been critical of the entire year, for me, what I loved about it is he showed up, he broadcasted whatever he said, put the spotlight on him, and he came through after all of that. So he answered the bell. So he got the poetic ending along with invigorating us. Yeah, he strengthened us a little bit. So what? So what? But how will Flea say? How the youngins say? Mikal done upped it on your motherfuckers. That's what happened.
Yeah.
That's what happened. He upped it on Tibbs. Yo, you can have a little private conversation all you want to, but now it's in the air. Now when I chill you could try to convince me otherwise, but when I'm chilling with Brunson, that's my guy. I'm chilling with Josh. Remember, we hang out. It's been damn near 15 years, 10 years with these guys. I know them better than you do. You're not going to convince me what I know. Bro, I've been in the league for 8 years already. You're not going to tell me that the other coaches do this, because we ain't even talking about practice. Just for y'all to know, Isaiah Hartenstein has commented on that before when they asked him post-game, what's the difference between Denote and Tibbs, practice-wise? He goes, to be honest, Tibbs don't even let you practice when you play those minutes. He'll let you have off. So, there's some differences with them, but I'm not going to get into all that. So he kept it as nice as possible, but we're looking up the differences. Peter Rosenberg don't know that. And who on the Knicks that's playing basketball, why don't they deserve to talk? If Landry Shamet came out and said that and was displeased about it, we would be like, you know what? You ain't all that, but you kind of right. You were on fire.
Right,
Why did they take you out? I'm glad you're saying exactly what we see. I'm glad somebody on the court is not acting like, once again, that they're above the fans. How KG and them was saying the other day. I forgot. Oh, Kenya Martin and them was saying the other day that the fans can't comment on. Why not? Why not? What the hell y'all doing? You staying up to watch these games, Kenya Martin, Kevin Garnett? We're studying this team. Mikal Bridges, thank you. Thank you for lighting the fire for Tom Thibodeau, because hopefully we have seen some of his rotational changes throughout the year. We commented on it. We highlighted it. They were taking out Cat 5 minutes into the first quarter. They stopped doing that because of an injury. Why stop doing that? If it works, if you're giving people a break and you finding a way for the second rotation, for the second unit to play with a guy like a Bridges, you'll let them run the second unit like you did with RJ Barrett. You're inconsistent, Tibbs. And the one thing that Bridges said, and I want to highlight this and emphasize it, AllBall. The one thing that he said that we keep overlooking is that, he's stuck in his ways. And while he's in game, he's not doing the right strategies. he's somehow forgetting it because he's stuck. That's what happens when you get frozen. That's what it is. You might be a little too emotional on that sideline. You might be a little biased to whatever your little game plan, not little, whatever your game plan was before the game. Well, now we're in the game and we're in the middle of a war. You're supposed to be the general. We don't like how you commanding out here. Period.
Or you just might not be a good coach. Simple and plain. You just might not be a good coach.
I say a great coach. Because, see, you go too far with that.
No, I don't. No, I don't. Listen, good coaches don't have these problems. I can't, because I'm we can't be saying it's 5 to 10 great coaches in the NBA because there's not. So I think, you got good, and then after that, you got mediocre. I'm not, like I said, I'm fair.
You don't even think he's mediocre.
No, I say he's mediocre.
Okay.
But for me, and mediocre doesn't just like Doc Rivers. Doc Rivers, you guys is mediocre, bro. You could tell by their lineups, by their you could just tell. I'm sorry. If a person has been a head coach for 20 years, damn near, I think Tim's got 17, 18 years, and look at the teams he's played with. That means that he's coached for. He's had MVPs. He's had defensive player of the years. He has guys in their prime. He's never went to a bum team. Think about that. And he's been to one conference final. One. So for me, I think, we looking too much into this. I think Mikal Bridges just lit a fire that needed to be lit. He put the spotlight on it. So now, okay, Tibbs, if we're wrong, prove us wrong then. Coach the hell out of us right now. Prove us wrong. And I have no problem coming up here and apologizing and saying I was dead wrong. But now, Mikal Bridges backs you in the corner. Prove that you're a good/great coach. Let's see what we do now for the remainder of these games and what we do in the playoffs. Let's see. Remember, we got Cleveland twice. We got Boston again. Let's see what happens if they play all their guys. Let's see how we look. So for me, now Tibbs has an opportunity to save face. You have an opportunity now to say, no, all y'all are wrong. I'm a damn good coach, and I'm going to prove it. So I can't wait to see him prove it.
AllBall TV. They scared, but I'm not. They don't like comentario.
Y suscribe.